I guess in America, you're guilty until proven innocent now.
Anything to drink tonight?
Have I had anything to drink tonight? No, sir. I have not had anything to drink tonight.
Sean has been repeating every single thing I've asked him.
That. It's like he's stalling to figure out what he's going to say.
Why won't you perform field sobriety?
Why would I? Why would I give you probable cause to take me in?
I'm going to take you to jail.
Go right ahead.
Okay, try and put 20 cents back. Even if you blow zeros, it doesn't matter. Okay. Your refusal for the test gives me probable cause. No, he's like, I'm going to blow straight zeros. Okay. I don't give a fuck.
Welcome back to Just Following Orders. Quick announcement. I'll be returning to my original plan for this channel, which was for it to be about the psychology of police and these encounters. So if you want to understand why these police act the way that they act, then hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. Today's video is coming from Levi Trumbull's channel. Make sure you go check out his content and let him know I sent you. Today's video is coming out of Frederick, Maryland, where on March 29th, 2025, Deputy Christian Roach from the Frederick County, Maryland Sheriff's Office pulled over YouTuber Levi Trumbull for allegedly running a red light. And now from the start, this officer takes this minor traffic offense and assumes more is going on than just a simple mistake. Since Deputy Roush has the logical capacity of a 12-year-old and can't comprehend mistakes, he mentally concocts a story that makes sense to him. That being that Levi is under the influence, even though he shows no signs of impairment. But Deputy Roush is like most police. Once they have the belief that you're up to something, they'll manipulate the situation as much as possible to appear right.
Deputy Roush, Frederick County.
Hey,
all the videos recorded.
Yes, sir. How are you,
You ran a red
officer?
light.
What?
You ran a red light.
I ran a red light? Is that why I'm being pulled over?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Which light are we talking about?
The one at Lowe's going north of 355. I'm not here to argue. I need driver's license registration, please.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Insurance. I know that's at least one of my registrations.
You can have this one back.
Oh, thank you. Is my license not in here? My license might not be in this car. That's crazy. I have a valid license. 100%.
Where are you coming from?
Where am I coming from? I'm coming from Monrovia.
Anything to drink tonight?
Have I had anything to drink tonight? No, sir. I have not had anything to drink tonight.
You sure?
100%, yes.
What's your
I'm
name?
Totally sober. My name is Levi. It's the same one on that registration card.
Okay.
Yeah, everything on that is the same. I can't believe I don't have my license on. I must have brought it in because I know I usually keep my wallet and things like that in here, but I know I took it out because I made an online purchase recently. So I guess when I took that out, I must have just not brought it back in here. So I apologize for that. But everything on that registration card is active and current, as you can see. So yeah, I mean you have no you can run me. It's all good. Everything will be good.
You still live in Monrovia?
Yeah, that's everything is current. So everything on that is good. Yeah, everything will check out.
I didn't, but he's getting run through it. Just because I don't smell anything doesn't mean much.
Well, no, I mean, he's dressed like he was
Out?
somewhere.
Yeah. And he straight up crushed that red light. Like, what the fuck?
There's no question about it. And took a minute to pull over.
And has been repeating every single thing I've asked him.
It's like he's stalling to figure out what he's going to say.
Actually, if you've ever taken any kind of course or read a book on communication, the first thing they'll tell you about active listening is that it's actually really good to repeat what the other person says, so you know that you've heard them clearly. So it's actually really funny that they view someone having really good communication skills as suspicious, seeing as how the only kind of communication skills they're taught is how to manipulate and lie to people.
And has been repeating every single thing I've asked him.
It's like he's stalling to figure out what he's going to say. Constantly looking to the left and to the right.
Oh, officer. What's going on?
Over there.
Oh, Oh, hello, officer.
All right, I'm gonna have you step out on field sobriety real quick. Make sure you're sober, good to drive.
Well, I'm not going to perform my field sobriety, but I will step out of the vehicle. I don't have a problem with that.
Why won't you perform field sobriety?
Why would I? Why would I give you probable cause to take me in? Do you think I'm
I already
DUI?
have probable cause to take
What's
you
a
in.
DUI?
What's a DUI?
Well, no, what is your probable cause to think that I'm under the influence of alcohol right
Driving
now?
behavior, speech patterns.
What about my speech patterns?
It's not something I'm gonna get into right now. Do you want to perform field sobriety or no?
Well, no, why would I give you that? Because
Okay,
if
then
I
I'm
do,
gonna take you to jail.
go right ahead.
Okay, turn, put 20 cents back.
You think that I'm DUI right now? This is insanity. I can't wait till you take me into Frederick County Sheriff's Office and you take me in and then I blow on your...
I got one tonight.
I blow on your... I'm going to blow on your actual test and it will be completely sober, sir.
5'1", 1095.
Yeah, I'm 1095 right. I'm going to remain silent at this point, so thank you.
That's fine. So what's gonna happen now is you're gonna be read your advice of rights through the MVA. Okay.
Thank you.
Do you have anything on your person to cut, stick, or poke me?
No, officer, I have nothing that's going to harm you.
Okay.
Stick you, poke you.
Open your mouth for me. Lift your tongue. Up. Yep. Okay. Any piercings, dip, or anything that I've missed?
I do not have piercings, and if you ask, do I chew tobacco?
Yeah.
No, sir. I do not chew tobacco.
Okay. This could have been real easy, man. If you had anything to drink, it would have been real easy. But I'm just going down this path, so that's fine.
All right.
Okay. Come on.
Thank you.
Yep.
I have a cell phone in there.
Oh, we're gonna tow your car.
You're going to tow my car?
Yeah.
Okay. That's insane. Okay.
I mean, that is insane that they can tow his car without any proof that he's done anything. Like I said, in this country now, I guess it's you're guilty until proven innocent.
I assume at some point there will be some sort of medical examination to determine whether I'm actually under the influence of any substances, and there won't be...
I didn't say get in. Just stand there.
Okay, that's fine. And again, I just want to reiterate for the record, I am stone cold sober. I have not had anything to drink. I have not taken any
You're not
drugs.
giving me a chance to exercise that. So based on my observations, I'm gonna take you in.
Well,
And if you want to blow zeros, that's fine. We're still within our rights to tow
yeah,
your car.
I mean, I hear what you're
Do
saying.
this investigation, okay?
I hear what you're saying. I didn't believe, am I required by law to perform a field sobriety exercise? I didn't believe that I was.
Called implied consent. It's on the bottom of your Maryland driver's license.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you just in the back. I'll give you paperwork up front. You just hang out right here. We'll do the paperwork real quick. You want to grab your stuff out real quick?
Yeah.
I just think this is a shame tonight. This really is.
Okay, I've given you my opinion. You've given
I
me yours.
understand. I mean,
That's
you are
fine. Step in the car.
arresting an individual right now who is not
Sit in the car.
DUI. Okay, I'm sitting in the car.
Based on the observations I made,
Okay, I
I
understand.
determine you might be under the influence. There's more than one substance.
Am I-
Just shut up and listen for a second. There's more
Okay.
than one substance to be under the influence from, all right?
I understand.
You're not
that
allowing me to
there's
do the test to either confirm or deny that you're under the influence of anything, so I have to go based on my observations. So
I
I'll place you
understand
under
that.
arrest for that. Even if you blow zeros, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Your refusal for the test gives me probable cause. Okay?
Listen,
All right,
I
so-
do hear what you're saying.
So you want to continue to argue it and tell me how smart you are, that's fine.
I'm not arguing with you, sir. I'm
You are.
just letting
You
you
can
know
argue
that.
every single thing that I've done.
So this officer just said a lot with a little. One thing I can tell about him is he's insecure about his level of intelligence. That's why he came up with that line of, you can go ahead and keep telling me how smart you are out of nowhere, because he feels like a big dummy inside. My guess is he did really shitty in school and couldn't make it to college, so he had to become a cop. And now he has an irrational bias against intelligence and intelligent people. Levi's been completely calm and cooperative the entire time, yet this officer keeps saying that he's been arguing the entire time, which goes to show you how he feels about people who simply stand on their rights.
You want to continue to argue it and tell me how smart you are, that's fine.
I'm not arguing with you, sir. I'm
You are.
just
You
letting
can
you know
argue
that.
every single thing that I've done.
I'm not arguing with you, sir. I'm just letting you know.
Now listen to the way this officer fabricates a story for his buddies.
Good dude.
Bro crushes a red light in front of us at Lowe's Lane. just going northbound. So I light him up. He proceeds for a quarter mile, just refusing to stop. Slows in here, just like darting all around. Walk up, eyes are bloodshot. Hands me 2 registrations. Sifts through his credit card, says I don't have my driver's license on me. I'm like, okay, step out of the car, do field sobriety. I'm not performing any tests. 1095. So that's where we are now. He's like, I'm gonna blow straight zeros. Okay, I don't give a fuck. So he's sitting here giving me his opinion on how everything should work.
Oh wow, who's looking edgy and cool in front of their friends now? So you have a man in cuffs in the back of your police car ready to take him to jail, but you don't even care if he's drunk or not? I don't care should never be a phrase uttered out of a cop's mouth. I believe he doesn't care. Like he said, this is all about his ego and showing him who's got the power.
So he's sitting here giving me his opinion on how everything should work.
Alright, I'll get the toaster.
I appreciate it.
Is eligible. A temporary license valid for 45 days. The following periods of suspension shall be imposed against
go
your
with bed.
license or privilege to drive in Maryland. If you refuse to submit to a test, your suspension shall be 270 days for a first offense and 2 years for a second or subsequent offense. If your test result is an alcohol concentration of at least 0.08, but less than 0.15, your suspension shall be 180 days. If the offense involves a motor vehicle accident that resulted in the death of another person.
What other reason? Colorado v. Bernstein. We are impounding this vehicle. Thus, we are going to conduct an inventory search as well. So, 2 prong.
Preliminary tests that were taken. Having been so advised, do you now agree to submit to a test?
You want to take a breath test?
Yes, officer, I would. And I just would like to state for the record, I believe my vehicle is still on and running if someone went. I mean, I don't know, maybe they.
It's getting towed, so the tow driver's gonna need the keys.
Well, the keys are in the ignition, so
That's fine.
yeah. But I just it might still be running.
It probably is.
Yeah.
So they take him down to the sheriff's office and give him a breathalyzer test. Bet y'all can't guess what happens.
Thank you. Thank you again.
Go on now, watch your step.
Yes, officer. Thank you.
Are we doing this tonight or tomorrow?
Thinking about it. There we go. Alright, come on, Levi.
For my sake, I hope it's tonight. Stand up.
Yep, I need you to take a nice deep breath. You're gonna seal your mouth on top of this mouthpiece and keep blowing until I tell you to stop. Understand that? Whenever you're ready. Come on over. Nice deep breath and keep blowing until I tell you to stop. Keep going, 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 keep going. Keep going, I can stop. Have a seat. When it's ready, we'll do that again. Yes, officer. Alright, pull up again.
Alright.
Alright, just like last time, whenever you're ready.
Yes, sir.
Keep going, 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 keep going. I can stop.
Alright.
Have a seat.
How about you? Any copies of all this? Right now I need a signature from you acknowledging that you agreed to take a breath test and took one satisfactorily. What we have now is what's called a drug recognition expert on his way to check for any additional substances.
Well, come and take my blood and urine too. That'll be a better resource to be able to run it through it. Is that funny?
Yeah, because all you gotta do is take field sobriety tests and said you want to act like this.
I don't want to act like anything, sir. I have to exercise my rights.
And,
You know what I mean?
and now you're forcing this investigation. So, I mean, if you
I
enjoy
understand.
spending the night in the hospital and doing the evaluations, giving blood, that's on you.
Well, here's the thing. I don't, but at the end of the day, there are certain things that I have to do to make sure that my rights are protected, because when men in uniform, you guys are the state, right? And I am considered the private. When the state comes down on the private, well, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I'll
You
need a
know what I'm saying?
signature, man.
Okay. I know I understand you need a signature. Right here?
Yeah, signature of driver. As
So-
you, as the private.
I would usually like to read all of this before I sign it, but
That's what
roughly.
was read to you and placed in front of you in your lap. You're welcome to give it a read at your leisure.
Was this the audio that was played back in the car, the 7 minute and 42 seconds?
Yep,
I
and
think it
placed in
was.
your lap. Yep.
Placed in my lap. Okay. This was in my lap the whole time. It was dark, so I couldn't read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
police cards
This
are
is the
that
same
way.
document. Okay. Advice of you have been stopped. You refuse to No, I'm not. Well, I'm not refusing to submit to a
It
test.
says if you refuse to submit to a test. In the hypothetical situation.
Hypothetical. Okay, listen, I would love to spend more time reading this, but I will sign it. I don't want to.
I mean, you're not obligated to sign it. If you want to read it, read it. I don't care.
This is the title says advice of rights, so I guess it's just notifying me of what my rights are. So.
As a Maryland driver's, yep.
Yeah, okay. Which, that title at the top certainly helps. Would you like this back, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. You're more than welcome. In Japan. Thank you.
And have you signed this one quick?
Oh, what is this one right here?
This just says you have 0.00 alcohol in your system. So there's no alcohol in your system. That's all this machine was reading for is alcohol.
I already knew that.
Alcohol. We have to do that test.
I know, that's fine.
So sign the bottom for me. It says you're receiving your copy of that paper.
Okay, so defendant's signature, that's me.
Yep, that's you.
Okay, thank you.
Monocacy, Lakesford, Maryland, T-Tom, 213352.
There you are. Here's your pen.
Now check out how Levi handles this other officer and gets out of taking a blood test.
This is my seat right here. Good evening, officer. How are you?
I'm Corporal Leonard, Maryland State Police, my ID 6495, here for my body cam, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
It's my understanding that you've agreed to speak with me today.
I have not agreed to that. I was going to ask what's happening here right now. What are my rights as it relates to what is happening in this room right now?
Well, no trouble whatsoever. I explained that. It's totally fine. I was called a drug recognition expert, someone who's highly trained to be able to tell impairment from things other than alcohol, drugs, controlled substances, medications, things like that. Before I do anything, I do have to review your Miranda rights. But I can, before I go there, if you want, if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask them.
Yeah, so what's your background?
What's my background?
Yeah, your background. You said that you analyze people and you recognize to see whether they're under the influence of drugs specifically?
Yes, sir.
So what's your background that gives you the ability to be able to do something like that?
11 years patrol of the state, and then I took not one but two different classes with the state police in charge of DRE, data recognition.
Like a college background? Or
It's
not?
not a college course now.
Not a college course. But you did take some sort of, is it through the state of Maryland?
Yeah, yes, it
State
is.
of Maryland program, okay. And you got certifications in being able to do the kind of activity that we're doing here in this room right now?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, very cool. Very interesting.
Yeah, it actually is very interesting.
So, and you've been on the force. Are you state police?
Yes, sir.
State police, oh,
So
okay.
I'm not.
There is a Frederick Barrack.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every county has one? Okay. Okay, very cool.
I do have to read you your Miranda rights.
My Miranda rights, yes sir. Thank
Because what we're going to be talking about is going to dip into things that could potentially mean incriminate yourself. Give me 1 second. Should anything legal actually be going on? I'm not saying anything is, but you have to read these rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or write may be used against you in court of law. You have the right to lawyer before answering any questions and have a lawyer present at any time before or during questioning. If you now want to use this as a lawyer, but not afford to hire one, you will not be asked any more questions at this time, and you may request a court to appoint a lawyer for you without charge. If you agree to answer questions, you may stop at any time and request the assistance of a lawyer. No further questions will be asked of you. Do you understand these rights that I've read to you?
Yes, I do.
Do you agree to speak with me?
At this time, I'm going to exercise my Miranda rights and also my Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution, and I'm going to assert that right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you very much, officer. Do you have anything else for me right now?
Not at this moment. I mean, if you don't want to do the DRE eval.
Well, I mean, I am going to actually, you read me those rights? Those are my rights, yes?
Yes, of course.
And I'm going to exercise them.
Alright.
As I'm sure that
I was
you would respect or you would understand.
I'm not going to ask you anything. I was under the impression that you wanted to do the DRE eval to prove that you weren't impaired. But
Well, actually, what I said to the officers earlier was they did, and I said this to them on the scene. I said, if you would like to give me a breathalyzer, I'm more than willing to take your breathalyzer to see what would come up. And, I know it's 0, so we did that. They brought me here and we did that. But I also said earlier that I would willfully submit to what's required, I believe, under the Maryland Transportation Articles, which is the requirement for blood, urine, or breath. So I've done one of those at this point. There are 2 outstanding. If they would like to go about effectuating that, I'd be more than willing.
here's the problem. It's okay if I call you Levi. It's Levi, right?
Call me Levi.
Mr. Levi, that's the problem is, what we're working towards was the blood. And now that you've invoked Miranda, I can't get you there. So, that's fine.
Okay. Well, I'm going to invoke my rights.
Yeah, I mean, you already did, so it's
Yes.
kind of all done with it.
Okay. Well, I'm letting you know. I don't know if that's when they breathalyzed me.
Yeah.
I wasn't-
Yeah, no trouble.
Okay. Well, thank you, officer. I appreciate it. All right. I'll keep my phone. Ooh, whoops. Thank you.
All right, well, you're not free to leave.
I understand that. I will follow your orders and comply with your wishes.
Have him sit back in the other room.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Or you lead the way, officer.
Yeah, I'd prefer if you.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know where I'm going.
Right here. Right here.
Right here,
Yep.
right back to where I originally was in this
Yes,
nice
sir.
brown wooden chair that looks like it was constructed in about the 1960s or 70s.
It does indeed.
A lot of people have sat in this chair, that's for certain.
Yeah. It looks like it.
Just a few. Just a few.
Officers should be forced to take some type of additional training if they bring somebody in on a DUI and they got their observations wrong. There should be some type of penalty for wasting our resources and everybody's time, especially with people like Deputy Roach over here who don't give a fuck about anything, including proof, wasting people's gas, the environment, and even himself. When cops become suspicious coupled with the need to be right, their mind starts to create a story around the suspicion to make it seem true to them. It's why some cops will go to the lengths of planting evidence on people. It's so psychologically damaging for them to be wrong that they'll do anything to be right. That's what happens when you give somebody with the ego of a 12-year-old a few months of training, a badge, and a gun, and you make them an authority figure out on the streets. That power goes straight to the head, and they're not self-aware enough to see that they've become the monsters they were supposed to be fighting. Let Deputy Roach know what you think of him in the comments, and thank y'all for watching today's video. Check out another one. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a great day.